Enemy taking C.
Hello YouTube, this is World of Warcraft Pro, and I have yet more information on Exo Zombies, and it's unfortunate because I was expecting a little bit more from Sledgehammer developing zombies and not kind of cutting corners like they did with the other game, but I mean, I guess it's not too hard to believe because they did cut corners with this game, and so what would stop them from cutting corners with the DLC, and also this game only sold around 5 million copies, so would it even be profitable to produce a good DLC given that only a fraction of those players are going to purchase it? So, I was watching some YouTuber yesterday and he was talking about some leaked gameplay footage of Advanced Warfare Exo Zombies. And although he didn't actually have the gameplay on his channel, because if he did, he could get a copyright strike, and any YouTuber knows that copyright strikes are not good for your channel and they can get your channel terminated. He didn't have a link to the actual gameplay. He said he had it on his Twitter, and he was just talking about the gameplay and stuff. Now, keep in mind, I haven't actually seen the gameplay for myself, because I looked on his Twitter and I couldn't find it. But I'm just gonna go in and talk about what he was talking about and why I think it's legit, because everything just seems to be adding up now. There is one thing in the trailer he did point out that probably no one else has found, was that there is a little diagram of the layout of the map in the trailer. Like, when you see the zombies running through the hallway, if you look to the right in one of the rooms, in one of the adjacent rooms, you'll see a layout of the map. It just shows like a map of the area and there's some text on the side of it. So what that means is, like, based on the diagram, we see that the new zombies map is just gonna be nothing but hallways, and it's gonna be all indoors, and it's just hallways after hallways. And I personally don't like hallways after hallways. I mean, other maps have done it, like 5, and Die Rise did it too. Like, I didn't like those maps too much, so I'm not sure how you guys feel about it. But the next zombies map most likely will be comprised of hallways. So just keep that in mind. It's gonna be pretty close quarters, and so you're gonna be facing a lot of close quarters combat if you play Exo Zombies. Now, he was also going on to say how there are no perks in Exo Zombies, and apparently all the weapons you just pick up off the ground. You don't buy weapons off walls or in mystery boxes, and I don't think he said anything about weapon upgrading, like with pack-a-punching, because the pack-a-punch machine's not in Exo Zombies. We already know that, but I mean, it would be out of place if it were. But he didn't really go over any type of upgrading your weapons, so I'm not sure if that's gonna be in the game. It might be, but definitely not in the form of pack-a-punch. It would just look way out of place there. So, well, now with the health system in there, he didn't say anything on it, but I just want to throw in my conjecture on it. I think it's going to take around 3 hits to down you or kill you or something like that. I'm not sure if they're going to have downs. Like, they probably will. I think Exo Survival did, so they probably will have downs, and I think it's going to take around 3 hits to kill you, because otherwise it would just be too hard, because as there are no perks, there wouldn't be any Juggernog. You also wouldn't you wouldn't be able to buy other perks like Sweet Cola or anything like that, and that's unfortunate. I mean, the perks added a lot of fun factor to zombies, because you could buy a bunch of different perks. All those perks serve different functions, and yeah, it's just overall a good idea for Trade Zombies to put in perks. Yeah, the perk coal machines, and they did that by the second map now. Now, another key feature about just how the zombies gameplay has changed is that when asked if there'll be rounds or hordes or whatever in zombies, the guy who leaked the gameplay footage responded on Twitter that that'd be hordes. And now hordes are different from rounds, because if you recall in Exo Survival, on Riot, when you beat wave 10, there's a bonus wave 11, in which zombie just starts spawning, and they just start coming at you, and there really is no organization. There's little to no organization. They just start coming at you, and that's called the Horde. Okay, so apparently this whole game mode is just going to focus on the Horde, just be like Riot Survival, and that's kind of what I'm getting into. That Unfortunately, like, I was expecting a little bit more. Like, come on, Sledgehammer. I mean, you had 3 years to develop this game, and you took extra time to develop Exo Zombies, even though, yeah, because it wasn't in the game on launch, except for this bonus wave, which really wasn't too much. I was expecting a little bit more in terms of storyline, and more in terms of, you know, just features they'd have in there. But my conclusion, and this will probably be the same until it actually comes out and I can actually see some gameplay for myself, is that it's going to be very, very similar to that bonus wave in Riot. The only difference that I think right now is that the zombies may have extra abilities, something like kind of like what I was going in and talking about in yesterday's commentary. Because in the trailer we do see like a shockwave of something, like something blowing up, like this white like flash almost, something blowing up in the background. So that could be an ability. I'm not sure if it can be used by the player or the zombies, but that definitely looks like some sort of ability. And yeah, so the only difference is probably just going to be the map. So instead of playing zombies on a multiplayer map, you're going to be playing zombies on this map that it looks like they probably took a lot of things from Ascend, the map Ascend, because there was like this room that looked kind of like that was circular, and that reminds me of the camping spot I camp on at B Flag. So I do think they they took a lot of the elements of certain maps and just reskinned them into the zombie thing. Now I'm not saying they're redoing Ascend or they're gonna put a multiplayer map in here, because no, they're not gonna do that. Sledgehammer has more sense than that. What they're gonna do is they're just gonna take some stuff they use for multiplayer and just maybe redesign it into a new map. So the only real difference here is you're getting a new map to play zombies, which it doesn't look great. It doesn't look that fun. I mean, it's probably just a novelty thing where, okay, you can have fun for a few games and then then you're just done with Exo Zombies. It's probably how it's gonna be. I don't see how this is gonna be like the next like big thing, because I mean, Treyarch does a much better job of this. They know what they're doing. Sledgehammer is just trying to. The reason why they're trying to implement zombies in Advanced Warfare is because zombies, they know, creates a hype train, and hype trains sell games. One of the reasons why Modern Warfare 3 was like one of the best selling Call of Duties in history was because the hype train for Modern Warfare 2. Like almost everyone liked Modern Warfare 2. I'm sure it had a lot of BS, but they thought that would be fixed in Modern Warfare 3, so a lot of people bought it blindly, not really understanding that Modern Warfare 3 was actually one of the worst games ever made by a Call of Duty developer. So yeah, that's what hype trains can do. They can sell bad games, they sell good games, they can sell pretty much anything you want them to sell. Like it depends how strong the hype train is. But yeah, there is definitely a hype train for zombies, but I would not just jump on the hype train or board the hype train, because this hype train is likely going to derail, because you know there's no substance here. The zombies, if it's just gonna be reskinned Exo Survival Zombies, then I'm personally not interested, and this is why I haven't bought the season pass. And you know, I bought season passes for I bought DLC for World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Ghosts even, and those DLC have I felt they're at least good, or some of them are even exceptional, but that's not how I feel with Advanced Warfare DLC, which is why I'm holding off on the DLC. I mean, I don't feel like it's worth $50 or even $15 just to get this one map pack. I don't feel like it is. I mean, the 84 wasn't even a great gun when I picked it up. It seemed to have like hit detection problems, and it just felt weird to use, and it overheated pretty quickly. So I honestly don't feel like this DLC is worth buying, because you know they're just gonna rehash stuff that they've already given us, and that's how Sledgehammer is. They're not gonna give us anything new. I see no reason why I should trust this developer. I mean, they reskinned Exo Survival in this game for Modern Warfare 3, and it turns out the Exo Survival in this game I find to be even more boring than Modern Warfare 3 Survival. And they were trying to hype it up before this game came up, like, oh guys, give Exo Survival a chance, even though the community knew that this was just another BS scheme. So Yeah, and also guys, I think I figured out why the zombies have exosuits, and it's not really to change the gameplay around, but it's probably for balancing reasons. Like, I just figured this out. It's because, for example, on maps like Riot, you know how it's like you can get on the roof. If the zombies couldn't get on the roof with you, you can practically be invincible. So if the zombies were just on the ground and you can fly up 30 feet in the air, then you would be practically invincible since the zombies have no access points to get to the roof, if that makes any sense. So, and that's probably why they have exosuits. I mean, yeah, does it change the gameplay around? Absolutely, but I mean that's probably the least of my concerns right now. I mean, it's not good. I mean, I don't like zombies. I don't like zombies who you know, can fly around 30 feet in the air. But you know, that's kind of how it is. They brought exosuit zombies, and that's why it's called Exo Zombies. But anyway, guys, I just feel like this is just going to be another rehashed and rushed development. I don't think that they're really gonna bring us anything new or worthwhile. So yeah, to save your money, don't buy the DLC, or at least if you're really that diehard of a zombies fan, at least wait until the DLC comes out so you can watch YouTube videos about it and make up your own opinion about it. But that's what I know so far. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the commentary, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and this has been World at War.